Hello everybody, this is another Chronophoto video. I've already played it a few times and I've published a video recently. In case you haven't checked it out, you can go and check my channel. I've reached a high score of 3,496 points. The game is very simple. You're shown 5 photos, 5 rounds, and you have to guess when the photo was taken, the year when the photo was taken. So let's get started and see if I can do any better than my previous high score of 3,496. And as always, I'll try to explain the reasons why I'm trying to guess at a particular year. So we have a black and white photo. It does look like we have, looks like all gymnastics. The trousers, I don't know when these trousers could exist in, and this kind of just gymnastics costume. I don't know if this will be the 30s or the 50s. It's really tough to say here. I think with a haircut, I'm tempted to go more towards the 40s or the 50s. Let me go to 1951. I think it's closer to just after the Second World War. Let's see. And it was 1935. I hesitated, and I'm wrong, and only get 83 points. Okay, here we go. Sometimes you get famous photos or photos of famous events, rather. It gets a little bit easier to guess when things were happening. Okay, so we have a factory of pianos, it seems, with just women working here. Tough to say when this was taken. Now I'm biased with what I just had before with the 1930s, so I'm going to stick to the 1930s. Okay, let's go for 1930. And it was even earlier, 1918. Wow. Okay. I'm not getting many points this time around. Next photo. So it's in color. And color photography really became mainstream at the end of the 70s. But sometimes you get colorized photos. But in this case, it's not a colorized photo. It's originally in color. I think you can tell from the shape, the cut of the t-shirts. It looks like New York. I could be wrong here. Oh, 212. I think this is the phone code of New York. Nobody seems to have a smartphone in their hand. So I suspect this is before the year 2009. The card looks fairly modern. So I'm going to go with 2009. 2008. Let's see. And it's 2008, maximum number of points. Okay, that's pretty good. Finally. All right, so we basically almost only have a car and the haircut of the lady here. I think this looks like a car from the 80s. Plus, it's a colored photo. Halifax, suppose in Canada. It could be early 90s with that kind of haircut on the woman here. So I'm going to go for 1991. Here we go. 84. I said 80s. I should have stuck to that. Oh, well. Pastry counter. Syrian restaurant. Okay. But what about... Oh, these colors. Look at this. Very tight colors. And the mustache. I wonder which decade we're looking at here. With these colors, the hats, it's tough to say. I'm gonna go and try 1936. Wow, I am so wrong. 1904. Wow, maybe the mustache would have given it away. The style of the mustache is the early 20th century, and the rigid color of the shirt. Otherwise, the rest I could not have guessed anything. All right, so not many points here. Game results, only 1,800. You can see my maximum score here. All right, next game. Let's see if I can do any better. All right, so we have an old plane, but the plane was invented roughly at the early 20th century. It looks like a First World or Second World War plane here. No, First World War, I don't think you had any like rigid metal frame planes yet. I think I'm wrong. And this could be just before the war. Let's go for 1937. 1944. It was the Second World War. I should have stuck to that once again. Colored photo and a TV that looks like the kind of TV I used to have when I was a child. And this is, I think, one of the early game consoles from the early 80s or the late 70s. I didn't have that. It's before me. Just going to go for 1982. 1982, that's correct. Okay, let me check right now. Yeah, that's the one. Atari 2600. So that's before my generation in terms of actually starting video games, but it looks exactly what we had on the photo. Oh, and playing Donkey Kong or something like this. I think it's the Donkey Kong game. All right, come on, let's see if I can do pretty good score. All right, this looks fairly modern. Is this like some American? Oh, Texas. This is the shape of Texas, the flag of Texas. Anyone with a smartphone? Probably can't see anyone here. Maybe this guy has a smartphone. Don't know. This looks fairly recent. Gonna go for 2012. Let's see. 2004. Okay, it was before the smartphone. Not a great guess on this one. Okay, Mitt Romney. Probably run in this Paul Ryan. And trying probably to get, is this the president election of 2012 maybe? That's before Trump got elected. Maybe 2012. It is 2012, yes. All right, so this is Mao Zedong. This is probably Tiananmen Square. But the problem is they could have had this uniform forever. It's a colored photo. I don't know when this would have been taken. That's a while ago. Photo looks really sharp, really good quality. I'm going to put 2015. 2008. Okay, that was a tough one. And that's it. Total 3,479. Oh, I got so close to my high score. All right, one last game. Because this is very addictive as a game. All right, looks like a bunch of soldiers. From when? This Second World War or Vietnam War or something like this. Don't know. I'm tempted to go Second World War. I'm gonna go 1945, as if that was the end of the Second World War. Not certain here. 1940. Okay, not too bad. Next photo. 1960. Oh, sorry, it's the default. These are military servicewomen. So I'm crowded airport. Don't feel convinced that this is the end of the Second World War. I think it's later. But I don't know which war. I think it's not a war in this case. It's probably just normal military service. I'm going to stick to 1960 with the type of luggages that I can see here. 1975. Ah. Okay, maybe the end of the Vietnam War. Okay, colored photo. This looks like a typical 80s, especially the haircut of the woman here and the mustache. So this is kind of furniture. Looks like the 80s. Let's go for 1984. No, 1985. It's 1990. Okay, well. And what is this? So we have, looks like a ship. It's tough to tell. We have men with hats. Could be crossing the oceans with this one. So I'm going to stick with 1947. Because I suspect people are not taking a lot of planes still back then. And it's 1930. I hesitated with the hats. Next round, colored photo. Some sports team. Ice hockey. Don't see anyone with a smartphone taking photos here. Haircuts. Tough to say. Maybe early 2000. Let's do 2000. And it's 1992. Okay, total game 1903. And not great. So I'm still not beating my record this time around. If you like this video, you know what you can do to subscribe or to like. Otherwise, I'll see you soon on my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.